Hello students, myself Vivek Yadav. I welcome you to our next video. In this video, we are going to study about relations. Class 11, chapter number 2nd. In the previous video, we discussed about the Cartesian product of two sets. In the Cartesian product of two sets, we learned the concept of ordered pair, right? Today, we are going to study about relations. So now let us discuss the concept of relation. तो relation word का मतलब क्या होता है, सबसे पहले उसके बारे में बात करते हैं. Relation means संबंध. In Hindi we call relation as संबंध. Like we are having blood relations in our family, we are having a relationship of friendship, and there are different types of relations in our society. For the word relation, basically two characters are required. Right, for example, I am writing here two names, Sania and Shoaib. Right? Now there is a relation between Sania and Shoaib. Suppose that the relation is that Sania is wife of Shoaib. Okay, the relation between Sania and Shoaib is that Sania is wife of Shoaib. Now you can see here we are having two characters, Sania and Shoaib. Both are different persons, and there is a relation between them, and the relation is of wife of. Okay, now what actually happens if I replace the position of Shoaib and Sania? I just replace the position of Shoaib and Sania. Now the relationship is the same, but the method of writing the relationship changes. Now Shoaib is husband of Sania. Now the relation is actually the same. They are husband-wife, but the method of writing the relationship changes. Okay. So two things come out from our this discussion. One thing that for discussing the concept of relation, we need two characters. In mathematics also, and in our daily life also. And if we just replace the position of both the characters or both the numbers, then what actually happens? Then the relationship changes. This is what happens in our society. Now, what happens in mathematics? Let us discuss. There are two numbers, 5 and 7. Now there is a relationship between 5 and 7, that 5 is smaller than 7. Right? Now what is it? 5 is smaller than 7. We write it like this. If I replace the position of 7 and 5, then the relationship changes. Relationship changes how? You can see here 7 is greater than 5. Earlier the relation which was having of smaller than, now it changes to be greater than. So this happens in our mathematical numbers. Okay, in mathematics also the relationship changes by interchanging the position of numbers. Okay, now let us do some questions. Let us describe relations more broadly. So for relation, what we are having, number one thing, we need two numbers, two characters, whatever it may be, or I just simply can say that we need an ordered pair. What we do need? We need an ordered pair. Okay, why we need an ordered pair? Because if the position changes, then obviously the relation will change. So not only a pair, but an ordered pair is necessary here. Why an ordered pair? Because the position of both the numbers is also important, right? So ordered pairs, they are derived from Cartesian product of sets. Cartesian product of sets. What is Cartesian product of sets? We have studied it like that. It is A into B. Okay, this is Cartesian product of sets. Now, so it's now time to define the relation. So relation is basically a subset of A cross B. Okay, relation is basically a subset of A cross B. When we are defining relation from set A to set B, we are talking about a subset from set A to set B. It will include your pair two numbers also, because in A cross B is mentioned as AB, set of AB, such that first element belongs to first set and second element belongs to second set. Alright, so here our requirement of ordered pair is completed from A cross B only. AB such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Right? So how we are going to define relation further? Next discussion of relation. So because relation is a subset of A cross B, now there arises a question in our mind: how many relations? So if number of elements in set A are P and number of elements in set B are Q, then how many number of elements are present in A cross B? They are P into Q. Right? Okay, now how many relations can we, number of subsets, how many subsets can we have of A cross B? Now that is the formula that we have already discussed, and I am just sure that the answer will be provoking into your mind as 2 raised to power PQ. So these are the number of subsets of A cross B, and as the relation is a subset of A cross B, so the number of relations from A to B are 2 raised to power PQ. Okay, and in number of relations we have discussed that phi is also there. Phi is what? Null set, empty set. Okay, so null set is subset of every set, so obviously null set is going to be the subset of A cross B. Okay, so in the question, if we are asked how many non-empty relations are there, number of non-empty relations from A to B, that will be 2 raised to power PQ minus 1. Okay, why minus 1? Dear students, it is going to refer that 1 was your null set, we have removed it. Why we have removed it? Because we are asked number of non-empty relations only. So just we remove the number 1 element, not empty phi, and these are the total number of non-empty relations. Okay, these are the 2 points about relations that you need to keep in your mind, and next I will just tell you how to represent the relations. So if we are having 2 sets, suppose that the set A is blue, red, green, and set B is B, G, R. Okay, now how many elements are present in set A? Just 3 elements are present, blue, red and green. How many elements are present in set B? They are blue, green and red, right? So number of elements in set A are 3. Number of elements in set B are 3. Now if we will do A cross B, okay, how many elements will be present in A cross B? They will be 3 into 3, that is equals to 9. Now these are the number of elements present in A cross B. How many subsets of A cross B will be formed here? That will indicate the number of relations, right? So the number of relations that can be made, are 2 raised to power 9, right? And there will be around 512 relations you can make. Okay, these are the type of relations. These are the number of subsets. Like the elements of A cross B, I'm just giving you an example. A cross B will be blue B, blue with G, blue with R, and now red with B, red with G, and so on up to, there will be total 9 elements in A cross B. But suppose that if I define a relation from A to B is indicated like this. A related with B is this xy such that y is first letter in X. Okay, now here the relation is, particularly we have defined a particular relation that the first letter in X must be Y. Okay, so there are total 9 elements, but we need to concentrate where the first letter in X must be Y. Okay, so how that relation will be written as blue with B, okay, green with G, and red with R. Out of total 9 elements, these 3 elements will be written in A relation B, and all these elements are also present in A cross B. How? Because they are just a relation is a subset of A cross B. Okay, so all these elements will be present in A cross B. Right, now let us see how we will represent it using some diagram. Diagrammatic situation क्या लो अपन इसका representation देखते हैं. Here I will just represent them using Venn diagrams, which we have studied in first chapter, right? So this is your set A, this is your set B. Set A contains 3 elements, which are these blue, red, and green. And set B contains 3 elements again, B, G, R. Relation between A and B came like that. जो A और B हमारा आया था, that was blue was related with B, green was related with G, and red with R. Okay, blue is related to B, green is related to G, red is related to R. So just replace blue with B, red with R, and green with Z. Okay, right? Now this is known as arrow diagram representation. This is known as arrow diagram representation. Okay, and this is representation of relation in tabular form, or what we call roster form. This is the representation of relation in roster form, and our representation of x comma y such that y is first letter in X. This representation is known as set builder form. Right, this is your roster form and this is your set builder form, and this is how the relations are represented using arrow diagrams. Clear? This is a very easy concept, very beautiful concept of relation. Okay, now comes the most important part of the relation. Here we will define 3 terms: domain, codomain, and range of the relation. You know, students, these are very important terms. Okay, now let us define them. So before moving to them, I just want to draw your whole concentration on this arrow diagram. Just to have a close look. This blue is related with B. This red is related with R and green is related with G. Now the relations defined here, the elements written here, these elements are written are known as images, and the elements written on the right hand side of the set are known as pre-images. Okay, this one is images, this one are pre-images, or whatever is the second element of the ordered pair. Second element of the ordered pair, they are just the images of the respective first element. Means image of blue is B, image of green is Z, and image of red is R. Okay, that represents the image. And the first element of the ordered pair are known as pre-images. What is the pre-image of B? Blue. What is the pre-image of Z? Green. What is the pre-image of R? That's red. Right? So the set of images is known as range. What do we call it? We call it range of the relation. Here the relation written like this, its range is the set of the elements which are images. Sorry, it's a B, comma G, comma R. So this is the range. And the set of pre-images is known as the domain of the relation. What do we call it? We call it the domain of the relation. So just let me rub it first. The set of pre-images is known as domain of the relation. Okay, so what is the domain of this relation? That is blue, red and green. That is the domain of the relation. Okay, and the relation defined on which set? That is known as codomain. Codomain is what? The complete set B on which the relation is defined. On which the relation is defined. Is known as codomain. Okay, codomain is complete set B. This is okay. Codomain is set B here. In this representation, set B, which was equals to BGR. So here one question will arise into your mind. Sir, is codomain and range same thing? Does codomain and range means the same thing? Okay, so let me clear your doubt here. No, codomain and range does not means the same thing. Suppose that what would if the relation would have been defined in some another manner? Here in this particular relation, codomain is equals to range. Okay, but if the relation is defined in some another manner, because relation is nothing more than a subset of A cross B, so here I define the relation in different manner. This is your set A, this is set B, this one is blue, this one is red, this is green. Three elements are present in set A and BGR are present in set B. Now, if I define the relation blue from B, red to Z, and green on also G. Now, what is the relation defined? Relation is blue to B, red also red on G, and green also on G. Green is also on G. Now, what is the domain? Domain is the same as set A. It's blue, red and green. What is range? So for range, I am telling you it is the set of images. So here for the set of images only two elements are present, B and G. Okay. Here in this case, I will just mention it here. Domain is same, blue, red, green. Codomain is, let us discuss it later on, but first of all let us have a look on the range. Range is the set of images, so it is B comma G. And for codomain, I told you it is the complete set B, whatever it is mentioned, it's B, C, R, B, G, comma, R. So in this case, your codomain and range both are not equal. Okay, codomain is not necessarily to be equals to range. Okay, but range is necessarily to be a subset of codomain. Range will be a subset of codomain, as it can be equals to codomain also, so we will call it like this. So range is your subset of codomain. This is the relation between range and codomain. This is the basic concept of relations for class 11th. In class 12th, we just study the types of relations. They will be further divided as reflexive relation, symmetric relation and transitive relation. That comes under the class 12th topic of relations, but for class 11th, we just need to have a concept of relations like this only. Thank you. We will just see you in the next video for the solution of exercise 2.1. Besides then, you just read the concepts carefully and try to solve the examples. Thank you.